Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Denver Broncos. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. They'll go play action with Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing Nix. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
It's now
second and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Saints defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it.
Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Off the fake. Now Shuck's going to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
To throw is Shuck. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And running with power here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. On play action, here's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Bombers. Ready.
Off the play fake. Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Broncos 7, Saints nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
First carry now for Pierre Strong. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
At the 43-yard line.
To the right side, complete to Miller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
For a Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Give to Strong running right. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Here's Shuck. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Devon Bailey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Nick's going to keep this himself. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw is Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. Back deep is Tutu Atwell.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come. Oh, poor throw there, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Broncos 14, Saints 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start with a handoff to Strong. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. He was brought down by Bruce Sanders. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7.
Now Shuck.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one. Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of 45.
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Shuck now to throw.
He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Fighting his way through contact. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And the Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now it's Nix.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Nix to the air.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims there to make the grab. And the Broncos Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
3rd and 19. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. He lets it go deep for Olave. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Here's Nix. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Throwing, Shuck. And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Olave holds it in. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. A short throw to Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, here's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. To throw now, Shuck. Wide open receiver complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now back to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-17.
Saints 17.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Nick's going to keep this himself. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's a gain of 32
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he'll go out of bounds, but 10 yards inside of enemy territory at the 40. Great return.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this. No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll drop the throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, 39 yards. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Tackle made by Chase Young.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Saints first down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Saints first
They
down.
run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. Open man, it's Palmer. Powering his way forward. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's good for a Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw is Shuck. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Nix from the shotgun. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Harvey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
A gain of 24 yards.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On play action, here's Nix. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground with Strong. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 6. This one swung outside to Strong. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, right back to Strong. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Shuck. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
A gain of 3, second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Working out of the gun here, Shuck. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Strong is in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Ready, break!
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go now.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Ready, ready.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Shuck. That is caught. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for them. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did